All right, guys, coming up in the stretch, we're obviously going to talk about the Bulls ping pong lottery luck. We're going to talk about the Blackhawks non-ping pong lottery luck. We're going to talk Cubs, Sox. We're going to talk some Bears and everything Chicago sports. It's a stretch. This episode is brought to you by No Bull, Barstool's favorite footwear brand. No Bull is No Bull is a brand, best known for their best-in-class footwear, and they're everywhere right now, walking around Chicago at the airport, grabbing coffee.
They're on my feet right now, and they're on Dave's feet.
They're on my feet, too. All right, well, I'll do it.
Shoes up, shoes up.
Yeah. Shoes up, everybody. Listen, they got so many great styles and colors.
In the washer.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you say?
He needs to throw his in the washer.
Yeah, mine are
been rainy and muddy lately. What do you want from me?
I'll just buy a new pair because they're that good.
They are that good. I got
point,
like
Ed.
4 pairs. They are my go-to for almost any type of activity. You can just, casually wear them. You can golf with them. You can play basketball with them. You work out.
You're a runner.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen, exclusively for Stretch listeners, No Bull is offering 35% off your first order. Visit No Bull Project and use code STRETCH for 35% off your entire first order. That's NOBULLPROJECT.com and use code STRETCH for 35% off. Go check out your No Bull. Also, guys, summer's, is it here?
It's basically here. I looked at the extended, and we're going to be in the 80s for like a good amount of it.
Okay, so we're officially ready to crank the knob. And listen, nothing goes better with summer than Mountain Dew.
So refreshing.
Truth.
Exactly.
That's the truth, Ed.
I can't wait. Got a nice little golf outing, Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to have the cooler stocked with Mountain Dew, Dave.
You have to.
Yeah, I have to. It's just going to be nice. Whether I hit a good shot or a bad shot, head back to the cart, crack open a Mountain Dew. Because nothing goes better with golf and hanging with your friends than the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew was proudly born in the foothills of Tennessee. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew, an American original. Grab a Dew, tasting great since 48. All right, on that note, welcome to the stretch, everybody. Like I said, we're going to talk a lot of lottery today. Obviously, we'll do the Blackhawks falling to 4, the Bulls jumping to 4. But we're going to go kind of out of order because Big Cat's going to join us shortly. So we'll wait for him to speak on that. That's what I'm most excited to talk about today, I'll be honest.
The lotteries?
Yeah, I was so fucking happy yesterday.
Why?
Because I love this draft class.
Yeah, it's a good draft class.
I love this draft class.
It's still a Reinsdorf operation.
No, I understand, and I'll get to that
too.
So
because we'll save that for Dan.
Yes, we'll save that for Dan
right.
because this is the first time where I really ever felt maybe how Dave feels in a respect, because I was really happy, but I was also just kind of like, those fuckers don't deserve it. But whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, let's start with baseball today. Okay, we'll start with baseball. I think PCA just needed you to whisper in his ear a little bit.
Why do you say that?
Because he had a nice week. He didn't have the greatest series against the Rangers. Yeah, he did a great weekend. Yeah.
Last I looked, he was 0 for his last 8.
Yeah, the whole lineup sucked for sure.
Yeah. That might be my fault. I am like, I got to just shut the fuck up about the Cubs. Because if I say that they're bad, then they go on fire. If I point out that PCA has been pretty good to Dave, and Dave took like you're a nasty boy.
Why am I nasty?
Cheap shot about just pointing out that our guy's playing well, and you bring up Nottingham Forest worst day. Like that just is not like you're a nasty. That was a nasty response.
That wasn't nasty.
It was.
You were trying.
It had nothing to do with it.
You were trying to goad the.
I was just letting you know.
It did have something to do with it because I missed the Cubs game when PCA. I think it was when he hit that Oppo.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
and I would have loved to have seen that home run, but I was watching Nottingham Forest get fucking.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
idiot. That was on Wednesday night.
No,
I was at the game at Wrigley Field, and the next day was Nottingham Forest. So you're being a nasty lying boy right now.
No, there's a difference between a lie and I misremembered right there. I was watching the Nottingham Forest game. Obviously, I sent that tweet the next day, so it wasn't day of. But I did need to remind you of their just incompetence over the week, over their last game rather, and I thought it was a completely fair shot considering you were trying to incite
I wasn't trying to incite everybody. I was just letting you know that
Nope.
maybe you're a little arbitrary timeline. If you want to talk,
is that a nasty response? He sounds like Trump right now.
If we're
nasty woman.
If we're talking baseball. And a guy that you have been shitting on, and you,
I have not been shitting on him.
And you reply with something totally unrelated that you don't care about that you know would hurt me.
Oh, I care about it.
No, you don't.
I do care about it.
No, you don't.
I do
You
care
would
about
not-
it. I don't care about the teams or the sport itself or anything like that. You are correct there, but I care that you feel pain.
That's
in
what
the
I mean.
sports
You're
world.
a nasty, foul.
I guess I'll
mean guy.
I'll just wear that then. I thought it was perfectly a sufficient response, and
But yeah,
but like here's the thing. If we'll talk about PCA for a second, everyone's like, "Oh, how's Colson Montgomery done in this stretch? How's Colson?" I looked. Colson Montgomery has been good. Like he's been good offensively for the last 2 weeks since PCA's picked it up. I looked, and they were literally identical offensively over that stretch. So PCA, everybody's shoving him down my throat again. He's literally playing at the same level that Colson Montgomery is, which is where the argument was born from. I was comparing the two in terms of superstar output over the last year or so.
Yeah, and I think the big pushback was you just remove the data from when he was awesome.
yeah.
No, I didn't.
You did.
You did.
It's an arbitrary timeline.
It's not arbitrary when it's 500 almost at bats. That's a full
Yeah, but it was
season.
500.
Banana bread.
Yeah.
Where the banana bread that's not even a conversation.
Yeah,
at
just
this
get
point.
cooking.
Yeah,
Just get cooking.
I'm sourcing good quality organic, like non-GMO bananas for us.
What did I walk into? It feels like it was a tense moment.
Well,
He's been really
Chiefs
shitting
mad
on
because
PCA.
I shit on
no,
Nottingham Forest.
no, I'm not mad because of that. I just think I was pointing out.
We're talking soccer?
No,
I don't know that.
We were.
I gotta go.
I pointed out that I tweeted at Dave that PCA is playing well lately, and he replied with a nasty comment about Nottingham Forest losing.
Oh.
It was just like he had no like actual.
Why are we being nasty?
That's what I'm.
Because I
wondering.
enjoy being nasty when it is about him.
Okay.
And him, not as much him.
Sometimes
you will
me,
be on
every
my
now
shit
and then.
list here and
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
But especially and specifically him.
Okay.
And he needed to hear that, and he did, and now he's crying about it as a 40-year-old
I just
grown
said you're
man.
being
We
nice.
had a good PCA talk the other day.
I thought so too.
it was a
thought so, too.
constructive PCA talk.
Really?
Yeah.
And I want to make it clear once again. I think PCA is a stud. The way he carries himself, like everyone's like, oh, you just don't like him because he's cocky and he's on. I love that about him. His swag and that aura, and he makes shit happen. I was fairly pointing out that and it was bred from one of those stupid little clickbait lists listing the 10 biggest superstars in Chicago. PCA at number 3 drove me nuts seeing
Yeah,
that.
but
And I
like-
know that's just one.
But like you can't look
but-
at like
Yeah.
I know that. I
Our-
understand that. But it is a Cubs fan thing, too,
Yeah,
where
but
they suck his dick too much.
I think
and-
PCA, the way I would describe PCA, and this was the constructive talk we had, I think PCA is basically the exact opposite player of Kyle Tucker, in that Kyle Tucker is the most consistent, like no personality, just going to get up there. He's not going to, obviously got injured at the end of last year, but he's just going to do the same thing over and over. PCA is going to have swings. He's going to have moments where you're like, has this guy ever played baseball? Then he's going to have moments where you're like, this is the best player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that volatility is just part of it. It's kind of, it's a little bit like Javi, when it's like, you can have a guy like that where it's
Soriano.
like, Soriano, it's going to be up and down a little bit, and like, don't get too high, don't get too low. When he's going bad, people are going to trash him. I don't like get discouraged by it at all. I'm like, it's fine. He's not going to be the most consistent player, but he's going to, especially with his defense added in, he's going to be a plus player for his career.
Yeah, completely agree.
And when it's good, it's great.
And when it's bad, it's not.
Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, but he's
and I think
righted
it's
the
fair
course
to
a little.
point that out. But I think if you're calling someone a superstar, there has to be an amount of consistency. I don't know what level of consistency that is. I'm not smart enough to say whether like to put a threshold on it, but there has to be at least a little consistency, and he has not shown that yet over the course of, we'll even call it the last 2 years since he's, become
well, he's
like
in that weird
everyday-
zone, and I'm trying my best to think of a player who's been in this zone, but he's in the weird zone where he is the most popular player on the team, but not the best player on the team, which is kind of rare.
that is very rare and weird. Like
Who else is like that?
I mean, end of D Rose, Jimmy Butler was the best player.
Yeah,
fair.
for sure.
I'm trying to think.
It's hard to do.
Kane, yeah.
Kane was never the best player.
Hossa was probably, right.
Hossa was better. Keith was better. Like, Taves was better in those cup years, and Kane's best years came after they were,
Done.
it was over.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but like PCA, because like there is an element of being a superstar where it is personality driven.
Yeah, totally.
It's highlight driven.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like Kyle Tucker never even smiles.
Definitely.
No,
So
he's
there's
a robot. I
right.
get that. And obviously there is the
And it's a premium position.
it's the White Sox fan of me speaking a lot of it. I will fully admit that. Like
Shit's going well for you guys.
I
Right?
know.
Yeah.
I know. I don't like I am very close to texting Sydney Wells and telling her she needs to push her wedding back a week.
When's her wedding?
this
weekend.
weekend.
Why would she push it back this week?
Because it's Cubs Sox this weekend. And I
Right,
wanna
but like
be
you
here.
can't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think she should stick with her wedding.
I think she should push it back to accommodate Chief and I. You're going too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The three of us are going. So
What night are you guys going?
I'm driving down.
To Sydney Wells. I thought you were going to the Cubs.
Oh, no.
No.
I tried to
So
go to one game, maybe Friday.
It is gonna be a zoo.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be
It's the
awesome.
best.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Of
Like
course.
when both teams were kind of toiling as like 500-ish teams back when Barrett sucker punch. Obviously they won the World Series.
No, but after that, I
But,
went
yeah.
to I think it was Kerry Wood's last game. It was Cubs Sox, and it was like empty basically.
Yeah.
Sox Park.
No, at Wrigley.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't empty, but it was had no juice.
It lost the juice for a minute, but it's gonna be back this weekend.
Love that.
Saturday night at Sox Park. It's gonna be a war zone. There's gonna be
great.
so many drunk fights. It's
I've
gonna
always
be awesome.
said I want them to be so good that you get your hopes up and then
Yeah.
they rip your
Which
heart out.
is exactly what you should be saying. And I think that we should bring Connor in here so I can pick
Well,
on
let's
him.
talk Bulls, and then you can,
Yeah.
because I got to
Yeah.
go after that. So let's talk Bulls, then you can swap.
Yeah.
Swap in.
Listen, I was fucking thrilled.
Oh,
Like thrilled.
so thrilled. I had a moment where I was like, when they went to commercial break, and it was like, okay, we might be the number one pick. Then I got a little disappointed that we were 4, but it doesn't matter. Like to be in the top 4 after only tanking for half of a year, and just an absolutely loaded draft. It just everything feels different now, where it's like we're gonna get a guy that we're gonna be able to like throw our energy behind and hope that this person becomes a real stud with a new front office, with a new coach. Like maybe things will turn a little bit. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No,
I want Caleb. I think it'd be sick if we got all the Calebs.
Yeah. It would be
Dude,
sick.
think about that.
Hawks could draft a Caleb too.
Yeah, dude, that would be so sick if we just had all the Calebs. And I know you want Boozer.
I actually don't. I'd be.
Do you like him actually?
I do like him a lot. Like Rick said, he shoots 40% from 3. He could run an offense at the top of like he is good. Like
He's good. I'm not gonna be disappointed. There really isn't. I don't know who they would take that I would be disappointed by.
Okay.
Hard for them to fuck it up.
So are you?
It's such a loaded draft. And now that's not to say that the player might end up sucking.
Right.
But I won't be sitting there on draft night being like, how could you take that person?
Like or like we were one slot away from
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Boozer or Darren Peterson?
I'd probably take Darren Peterson.
Yesterday, I would have said fuck no. After listening to a bunch of shit today,
Just
I'm kind of
the way
warming
the
up
league
to him.
works,
Kinda warming up
having
to
those like elite wings is just. I mean, look what the Knicks are doing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of want to sometimes take the scratch off that could win like $5 million versus
right, and that's. I mean,
250,000.
I don't think Darren Peterson's going to last. I think he's going to go to Utah.
I think some weird shit can happen.
Boozer's. I think Carlos is a scout for the Jazz.
Carlos is a scout for
Very
the
funny.
Jazz. They love AJ DeBanza. I would not be shocked if they moved.
No, I know.
They-
I know the state of Utah loves AJ DeBanza.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I don't think Darren Peterson will last. So
Wait, is he from
4?
Utah or does he just go to school in Utah?
He's from the
No,
school.
he. I think he's one of those situations where I think he was actually from Massachusetts.
Yes.
And like they almost not. I don't want to say the word kidnap, but he's been in Utah for like 5 years.
Yes,
Okay.
basically the Jazz ownership.
Went to high school.
Yeah.
went to
Yeah,
college.
that, yeah.
yeah.
The Jazz ownership and BYU, like NIL, or like a conglomerate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
They're like
Yeah.
BYU
They
basketball.
got a lot of money in that church. Yeah.
But and then the 15 pick too. Like it's great. Like we get two pieces that are significant steps forward. And yeah, I want it to be Caleb. Obviously, we love Acuff too. I don't know if Acuff would be the smart pick there. I still would be pumped if we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he not the smart pick there?
He's a little bit. He doesn't play a great defense. He's
6'3".
unbelievable offensively, and he's small. Like it's small in relative terms.
Yeah.
He's 6'2". You know, there's not a ton of 6'2" guys that are being the best player on. I mean, like Steph Curry is. And he's an anomaly.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm pumped. It's crazy we got lottery luck.
It is. It really is crazy.
Really
Did they
needed
deserve
it
that?
bad. We needed it bad. And
We did.
got it.
We did.
And it's a good thing that we actually did tank for half a season.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like we did the right thing finally, and we're like, hey, let's actually trade. You know, people were trying to say like, oh, you know, Io does an unbelievable job in Minnesota in the playoffs. Or like, how'd you trade him? It's like, well, if he was still on the team, we probably would have won a lot more games. You know, we would have won a few of those games down the stretch, and we would have been like the 10th, 11th, 12th, and those teams didn't end up jumping up. So
Yeah. So I love this draft. I think Caleb is probably my number 1 of 4.
yes.
To be honest.
Yes, he's got insane upside, and he also is like those. Like people forgot how good he was because he got hurt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's just so good. He's
And
like-
he could project to be more of a wing too.
he's
Like,
how tall is he? He's like,
Listed at
6'9".
6'10".
yeah,
6'10".
6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's gonna be sick.
yeah. So it's awesome. We also hired Bryson Graham. I don't know much about the guy, obviously.
He was on the right side of the Hawks Pelicans trade. That's all I care about. He worked for the Pelicans for 15 years. Then he went to the Hawks.
Yeah.
Then he was on the right side of that Hawks Derek Queen trade.
Yep.
So I'm good with that because that was the first thing I checked when I saw that he had spent the
Yeah.
majority of his career in New Orleans. I was like, wait a second, did this guy fuck this up? And it's like, no, he actually went to the Hawks and did the right thing. So, yeah, I'm happy we you know there was a lot of smoke about Matthew Lloyd being hired. Like, I'm happy that the Reinsdorfs went outside of the building. Who knows? I mean, Michael Reinsdorf. I really wish. Did you guys see him apologize? He had to apologize.
No.
Yeah, he apologized in a press conference. He's like, I'm sorry for how bad we are.
Was that the same one where he was like, we're not getting rid of Billy?
That is,
No, it's another one.
Okay.
Yeah,
you should have apologized for that.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I wish someone had been like explain in detail what you're apologizing for, like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
saying like, what are you sorry
you
for?
do?
Yeah, what exactly did you do here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the excitement for having the 4th pick is massive. The overall excitement is still tempered by the fact that Reinsdorf owns the team.
And that's what kind of he was trying to get at earlier. I don't know if you have anything more on that, but I do get at points where I am excited about the Bulls. Like, all right, we got a new guy calling the shots. We're gonna get a new coach. We got the number 4 pick. But then I always like you think about them, and that's where I get into White Sox Dave mode, and I'm like, fuck them. A, they don't deserve it. B, I just can't fully be happy knowing that they're the guys who are going to get the benefits.
Right.
of
Yeah.
it. So that's-
Mhm.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like it's not like the roster's close. So
No.
like you're gonna get a nice player, and you're probably still in.
They got like 60+ mil cap space. I
Yeah.
saw.
Yep.
Plus,
They've
what,
never-
5 picks?
but they've never like been able to use.
Of course,
you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like I'll believe
No, it's
it
still
when
a
I
couple
see it
years
kinda
away.
thing.
Yeah, but if this 4th pick ends up being a real dude, then you have
Yeah.
finally are going in the right direction for the first time since Derek.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's in Jimmy. Like that's
Decade ago.
Yeah, because I mean the last iteration has been trying to just trade for guys in known commodities, which clearly has not worked. So yeah, we need to get the lottery luck.
Yeah.
And yes,
They got some.
number 4, Patrick Williams. Can't pick him again.
Right.
Yeah. Jesus.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you talk to Mikey Betts? He's excited.
I saw him tweeting. We texted a little bit about it. He
Yeah.
said Mother's Day was canceled because once we got it. I said it was going to be canceled if we didn't.
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
No.
It's canceled either way. It sounds
Exactly.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pumped.
But it's awesome. It's great to be excited about the Bulls.
Yes. Okay, you want me to swap out Connor?
Yeah.
What else you got? Anything else?
I got nothing. I've been waiting for this internet beating he's about to receive for like 48 hours.
Poor guy.
I have a take on it. Well, we'll see when he gets in here.
Has he addressed it?
He was texting me on the side all weekend. I was ignoring it. He knew what he did.
What did he do, Dave? Let the people know who don't know. That
So-
aren't incessantly on social media like us.
I don't even know what I said originally, but I fired off a tweet about something, and it was completely irrelevant to the original tweet, but someone responded with a picture of Connor Burns at a White Sox game in a White Sox hoodie. Now, obviously, Connor Burns is not a White Sox fan, and I took offense to that.
Fooled me with that picture.
Fooled lots of people, apparently. And we just have to sit him down to let him know that that is not how we operate under these walls in this home. And I have to reprimand him like a puppy that took a shit in the living room. I'm going to rub his nose in it and tell him, like, don't do this again.
All right. Well, while we wait for him to hop in, let me talk about Mars Men really quick. A lot of people think that the classic dad bod just comes from drinking beer or eating worse, but for a lot of guys, that's actually not the whole story. As men get older, our bodies reprogram themselves. We naturally start storing more fat and losing muscle faster. And the main reason for this is testosterone. Most men's testosterone levels start dropping as early as their 30s. Mars Men is a natural supplement designed to support healthy testosterone levels, which can help your body burn fat more efficiently and build lean muscle. When your hormones are working the way they're supposed to, a lot of things can get easier. Workouts, energy, even staying lean. It's basically helping your body get back to running like it did years ago. No weird stimulants or synthetic hormones. For a limited time, our listeners can get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at Mars or at mengotomars.com. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. And it's also available on Amazon. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. It's good stuff. I got sent some.
Yeah.
You got sent some? Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Comes in a nice little package box.
I got 3 big packages or 3 big bottles of them.
Uh-huh.
I like it. I feel good. I got like a little bit of energy. I'm over 40 now. So
As Dave pointed out.
That was meant to be not so subliminal, but you probably need it more than anybody with your advanced age.
yeah.
Yeah. I love it too, even though I'm not nearly as old as Chief. He
pretty
is
close.
correct when he says that.
You are bald.
I'm not bald. No, I'm not. I was bald.
mengotomars.com. 50% off is crazy too, guys. So get in on the action.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. Also, guys, DraftKings Preakness Week is here, one of the biggest events of the year, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown. And when it comes to betting on the 151st Preakness Stakes, DraftKings is your home for horse racing. Suit up for Baltimore and bring the race day energy, bold color, standout hats, and all. Because when those gates open, it's not just a race, it's the best sweat in sports. It's not over till it's over. Picking your horse is half the fun. Name, jockey, number, colors, everyone's got a reason. All the odds, all the races, and the best promos with the same DraftKings experience you know and love. Right now, DraftKings has brought back their King of the Track promotion. All DraftKings customers can opt in, bet $5 or more on a horse to win the Preakness. If your pick crosses the finish line first, you'll win a share of $151,000 prize pool. Who will reign supreme? Download the DK Horse Racing app. Use code StretchPod. That's code StretchPod on DK Horse. Bet $5 or more on a horse to win the 151st Preakness Stakes for a shot at a piece of $151,000. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, Connor Burns is joining the show.
What's
Burns,
going on, fellas?
what are we talking about today?
Oh, I know exactly what we're talking about.
You can go. I got to gather my thoughts.
Number one, I think that it's so funny. First off, because like, I have no hiding that at all. That is a picture that's posted on my public Instagram from last year. Like that's a known thing.
That picture was from last year?
I
Yeah, it
will
was
say this:
literally
when I
last
originally
year.
responded, I assumed it was from the night before because I
No,
didn't know.
What's
But
worse, Dave?
It doesn't matter in the end.
No.
First of all, you're giving a bad name not just to Cubs fans and letting the stereotype fester. You're giving a bad name to we suburban people, me and you and him,
I don't think so.
because that's
I don't think so.
exactly what people think of from Chicago when they think of the suburban people.
I
Just
don't
like,
think so. I think,
am I wrong with saying that? Is there an element of truth to that?
I would say there's a kernel of truth to that.
Yeah.
I was aghast.
Do you want me to be
Aghast.
completely honest here?
Yes. Please, for the first time, be honest.
Is that I really don't care. I really don't care. I tried to be a nice guy and wear a fucking hoodie to a baseball game where my buddy's like, yeah, we're in the city. Cubs aren't home. Do you just want to go and have a couple beers, enjoy ourselves? Sure.
Nothing
I'll
wrong
wear
with
a
that.
hoodie.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll
go
wear
to
a
Wrigley
hoodie to
3, 4,
blend
5
in.
times this year.
Yeah, but I'll wear a hoodie to blend in and just have a good time.
That's not blending in though. That is wearing.
That's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, that you can't do that.
Sure, fuck it.
Now-
Sue me, kill me. I don't care. I wore a hoodie
I
to a
think you
game.
care. You're getting a little fired up right now.
Did you buy it?
No, I'm getting fired up because it's so dumb. No, my grandfather gave it to me.
Okay.
He tries to get me to convert every single year, and it doesn't happen. But
Do you
It
like both
converted
teams?
enough where you wore.
I don't mind the White Sox at all. I
If
don't
the White
mind.
Sox were in the playoffs, would you root for them?
I wouldn't be jumping up and down rooting for them, but I'd be like, all right, that's pretty cool that they're winning. Sure. I'm not going to be a super fan and go crazy for them, but I think in a dream world scenario that one day we have a Cubs Sox World Series, and
Yeah.
that would be the coolest thing
Would you
ever.
wear the split jersey?
Yeah.
No, God,
would,
no.
You would wear the
See?
like Rizzo and Konerko half and half jerseys.
No. The thing
Rizzo.
is that I don't actively root for the White Sox, but at the same time, if they're not playing the Cubs and they're playing in an American League game, or even if they're playing against a team in the NL Central, yeah, I'm rooting for the Sox all day. All day.
A little different if you need them to win versus like
Right.
rooting.
No, I mean, but this is what I said before Burns got here. I actively root for the White Sox
Yeah,
Different.
because I want them to
Yeah.
break your heart.
Different though. Like
But all I like.
we are blessed with being one of 3 cities. Not even. I would even call it 2 cities because Anaheim and Los Angeles are completely different metro areas. So they're kind of the same, kind of not. Call it 2.5 cities where there's 2 teams. You pick a team, you love that team, and you hate the other one, and that's it. That's all that it is.
But I don't really have that hatred driving me for the Sox. I don't, and that's another problem with this whole thing. Is you guys hate us 10 times more.
that'll always be the at least.
Yeah,
So there's
but
no
I was
stadium.
just trying to be a nice guy, wearing a hoodie, going over there, not being an asshole like those 2 kids
You
who
could have
were
wore
wearing Cubs jerseys.
a Bears jersey, a Bulls jersey, a Blackhawks jersey. Literally,
Sure, I could have.
any sort of
Portillo
just
shirt.
Portillo shirt. You're wearing
I
that.
love
I
that
actually wore that at the stadium yesterday.
It's such a nice.
I got 8,000 people asking me where I got that from.
He threw the ball down the hole.
I know. It is a great shirt though. But
Did you grow up a Cubs fan?
yes,
Yeah.
grew up a Cubs fan.
Or like were you like more of like an indifferent fan, or like were
I grew up a Cubs fan, but also at the same time, it's so weird because my family's not a baseball family at all. Like, it is live or die by the Chicago Bears, and then I'd probably say the Bulls and Hawks fall in second,
yeah.
and just baseball is all the way down the chain.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
not a
trying to-
baseball family.
I'm trying to dissect right now, Dave. That's what I'm trying to do, because that could be where it is. Maybe because here's the thing about Burns. What I learned last Thursday, having him on Dog Walk, we had a nice little sit down interview. Go check it out. This guy's a toddler, basically.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you something that's going to put Burns in perspective. That like kind of blew my mind when I was talking to him. I was talking to him about how he started doing social media. He's like, "Well, I started. It was COVID. It was my junior year of high school."
Oh my god.
And I started doing videos. It's like, bro, you were a junior in high school during COVID?
Yeah.
When we were at Farmers Insurance, this
Yeah.
guy was a junior in high school? It blew my
You
mind.
went to
Yeah.
Central.
No,
Or
I
no,
went to
Nequa.
Nequa.
You
I went to
went to
Nequa.
Regardless, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe are we that far along in the Cubs-White Sox rivalry that there hasn't been anything good for them to hate?
If
Because
you
I
came-
grew up.
If you came,
There's-
yeah.
Nothing.
I grew up fucking hating the White Sox.
No.
Like, hating them with a fire of 1,000 suns.
Well,
I-
that you grew up when the rivalry was really at its peak.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Yeah.
humming.
We all
Cubs,
did.
I grew up. The Cubs were my number one. As a kid,
Yeah.
I liked the Cubs more than the Bears, and I loved Sammy Sosa. I loved those teams. I fucking hated how. I hate to say it now, but I hated how cool Konerko and some of Burley and some of those guys
Yeah.
were. I hated it. Like I used to argue with my friends' dads all the time.
And Ed, I love this. This is how it's supposed to be.
I agree.
You can respect them as players. Like I've said it about Rizzo. Like that's my build around type player. just not even that he was the best player. He's the guy that you want fucking.
Yeah, he's your captain.
He's your captain.
Like we tried to play a prank on you a couple seasons ago. We were going to go to the White Sox opening day and not tell you and just wear like pink hats and like Danny was like, "Can I order a pink White Sox hat?" And I was like, "No, it has to be a generic pink hat because I will never don anything White Sox." Like I just couldn't do it. Thank you. Like I just couldn't do it.
Like, and you see, that's fine. I also want to say that I think that everybody has a different look into this rivalry. I know a lot of people out there who root actively for both teams.
And those people, I want them to go to Guantanamo Bay. I want the worst to happen to those people.
But
I'm not
But
kidding.
you see what I'm saying? And there's some people who are in my shoes where I really don't have a deep, dying hatred for the White Sox.
Now, it also, it's this for me as well. Obviously, you're great at social media. You've built a huge following. And when you go nuts on Cubs shit, that's great. You're a Cubs fan. Like, do it. Then we get the screenshot sent to us of you wearing a white. It's like, dude, you can't do both.
Well, as I said, and I bet that I could go back after this and find, because I did film a video that night too when I was there. It was really just for fun. But I think what I said in that video as well is that, yeah, I just come out here. I usually go to one Sox game a year, and I just come here to have a good time. And, yeah, I have this one White Sox hoodie that I chuck on when I come out here and just have a good time.
I will say, like,
I'm not looking to do anything
instantly went
wrong.
to my grandpa gave that to me.
I did.
I assumed that meant he had passed, and I was gonna say, like, I do not care about your dead grandpa. And, like, my grandparents are dead. They grew up Mets fans. My grandma just died like a month ago. Mets, Giants, Knicks, like all New York teams. I couldn't give a flying fuck less about them.
No, the only reason why I brought that up is because he's a huge Southsider. Like, he loves the White Sox. And he just tried for forever to get all of us to go over there, but we're just like, no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
my larger point is,
I'd like to ask a hypothetical.
Sure.
If we fast forward 3 years,
Okay.
and the Sox are a good team, they're top of the AL Central, they're in the playoffs, and the Cubs are kind of hovering around 500.
toiling. Yeah.
Would it bother you?
You see, and that's where things would probably start to change, and I would start to gain a bit of a hatred for them. But that hasn't happened. That just hasn't happened. I have no reason to hate them right now. None.
I think that kind of it follows Ed's point where you're so young and the White Sox have been so bad for the entirety of your life. How old are you?
Yeah.
25?
23. I was 2 years old when they won the World Series.
Yeah, so you don't remember it. I understand that point. But in this home, and I mean this home by this city, you pick one and you hate the other.
Well, yeah, I pick one. I just haven't had that hatred drive me yet for the other one. And I thought at the end of the day that I was just being a nice guy going over there.
No, you weren't.
I thought I was. Okay.
It's
and
all right.
You know what?
I'll chalk it up to a youthful mistake.
We don't like nice guys
Sure.
around here.
No, not in sports.
That's what I try to be.
That's
all
the
I'm
whole
doing.
purpose of sports is loving your team and hating other teams.
Because also the problem is at the end of the day too, my biggest pet peeve in sports and what we saw on Friday, I think it was Friday or Saturday, that fight at Comiskey, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's the people who wear just opposing jerseys or sports games to a game where they're not even involved, and they do it just to be an asshole.
Yeah, those are actually the worst. They're actual.
There was one time it was.
And you have to admit that is large. Obviously, White Sox fans do it too. You'll find random White Sox jerseys at a Cubs-Reds game in Wrigley. But it is bad from Cubs fans to the other way.
It is. No, I do agree with that 100%. I can agree with you there. The worst I ever had it is I was at a Bears-Titans preseason game, and this guy comes up wearing a Cheesehead full package.
Yeah, what a fucking.
And he's like, some guy ripped my Cheesehead. And I'm like, that's your own fault.
Yeah, it is.
Literally, go fuck yourself. What are you doing?
You're asking for trouble.
Yes, that's the thing. Picking a fight.
So you were born in 2003?
03. Yep.
That's wild. So you were 3 years old when the Michael Barrett, AJ Brzezinski fight happened. I mean, that's crazy. And I think that's kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah, so I've seen the video of it multiple times.
Yeah.
I was 3 years old.
Like, that was my fucking childhood.
My God.
That was the best day ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best day ever.
I will say, too, when I was 3, that was Bears Super. My birthday was on Bears Super Bowl Sunday, and my parents still tell me to this day that they did not celebrate my birthday that year, and it was Bears Super Bowl Sunday. Like, that's just how it was.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I would say, listen, I mean, you're still. I feel like you're still trying to figure out what this is, but I would say that it's okay just to not wear any memorabilia to a game. If you're not like, I go to 3 to 4 White Sox games a year.
Yeah,
and what do I
would
wear?
say I'm
Dave?
about the same.
I just wear whatever.
Sure,
Regular
100%.
t-shirt.
The only reason why I did that, and yeah, obviously that is a case as well, is as I said earlier, I was just trying to not cause any problems, and I just put on a hoodie to put on a hoodie. Yeah. I saw it as, what's a good example that I can make out of it? I'm at a random college football game, and I chuck on a jersey, of whatever school I'm at that weekend if I have no random ties to it. That's how I saw it, for example. Right.
I get that. I mean, I would just kind of jump on whoever when it comes to college football.
Yeah.
I don't have.
But you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I don't have a team.
I get what you're saying. I think it's a poor rationale at the same time, though.
Okay, and I'll take.
But you are a kid.
Fine.
We are going to groom you and coach you and make you a correct sports fan.
Was
eventually.
the Brewers one real?
No, fuck.
Okay, that
that's
was
a
fake?
Cubs jersey.
Okay.
That's
I
a
saw
Cubs
that
jersey.
too, and I was
yeah,
like,
that
I
was
hope
at
that-
Cubs Brewers.
Yeah.
That would have been insanely.
No, you see, like there,
Yeah.
that's when you could say whatever the fuck you want to me. That's when I'm dead in the water.
Yeah.
I'm dead. No, I would never touch a piece of green and gold dog shit in my life. A Brewers jersey, none of that, or a Cardinals jersey as well. I think that at least right now, the Brewers have been my most hated team by far.
I'd love to hear from the youth now. If you're like 23 or under, I want to know what your experience is with Cubs and Sox.
Yeah.
It's
really,
weird.
I want to know, listen, get back to go up to a White Sox fan today, and let them know how they ruined 2 generational left-handers. Go do it. I hope you go do that.
The problem is one of my best friends, he is a diehard Sox guy just like you. Live or die by the White Sox. And, we give him a little bit of shit every once in a while, but it's just
What would he say about you wearing the hoodie to that game?
He doesn't care.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Call him right now. Call him right now.
Right now.
Put him on the speakerphone right now.
Hold on. I actually
Go up to them. Go
He
say.
texted me to call him last night, and I didn't pick up. He might be at work, but let me.
Bring up Eloy Moncada and Robert,
You let him know we're live.
and make fun of them. Make fun of the Cubs for only getting one title out of that whole core.
Hey, 1 second. You're live right now on the Stretch podcast. It's me, White Sox Dave, Eddie, and Chief. Okay.
Okay.
Dave, shoot. Go ahead.
Did you see the picture of Connor wearing the White Sox hoodie at it was at Sox Park a year ago or something?
Yes.
It was the night before formal.
What do you think of that move?
I think he should come over to the good guys.
He needs to come over, but he's not with the good guys, so to speak. What do you think of him just wearing that to the good guy stadium?
Hey, I mean, it's all right. He'll see the light eventually.
You're answering incorrectly. You're answering incorrectly. How old are you?
He's 23 as well.
You're 23?
Yes.
Do you not have this disdain and hatred for the Cubs that you should as a White Sox fan?
I feel like a lot of Cubs fans are casuals because
Yes.
it's a tourist attraction place.
Yes.
But I do respect the Cubs fans who actually know ball and shit like that.
Sure, but what about wearing, you're a Cubs fan and wearing a White Sox hoodie at Sox Park? You don't think that's the lamest move on earth?
Yeah, I guess so. But
I had to lead him to that answer.
He'll be a Sox fan eventually.
But you see, he
No.
doesn't-
See,
he doesn't-
I will not let that happen. He's already made his decision. He can't just decide he wants to switch all of a sudden a year or two down the road when the Sox may be hypothetically pretty good.
Hey, I'm excited though. I'm excited. I think they'll be pretty good.
You see, he doesn't really care. All right, thanks, Boots. I'll talk to
Maybe
you
it
later.
is just a generational gap,
I think it is, Dave. I think,
and that's a White Sox fault.
Yeah.
I'm
White
telling
Sox
you,
fault
it
that's
is.
the case.
that kid, he is a diehard Sox fan. That's his number one. And it's just not there.
Do you think that? So, how old were you when the Cubs won the World Series?
I was 13.
Do you think that if the Sox had been good at that time, you would have been a Sox fan?
I don't think so, honestly.
Okay.
It was from like when I was a baby. We would make sure to go out to Wrigley at least once a year. We went to Sox Park from time to time because our school used to have like the ticket program, shit like that. But no, it was always the Cubs.
Okay.
Always.
All right.
All right. I don't know if I am happy with the response. I'll have to parse it out in my head over time.
You should be more disgusted in the state of the rivalry.
That's the truth right there. Is that
You might have to just start building up the hatred. You might have to.
Yeah, I don't,
brother, this guy's got.
Dude, what are you?
Well, no. I mean, like, you need to start You need to be an activist, like posting videos or like tweeting.
That's kind of
"Fuck these
true.
guys."
Look at even your. You might have to look in the mirror here, Dave, because you have said for years now that you got bigger fish to fry than the Cubs. So like even your own hatred,
he needs a leg to stand on. And
yeah.
he's starting to get some legs.
I have at least a little bit. Now.
Yeah,
True.
I love hate.
And we'll
I
see
love
this
hate
weekend.
Sox Dave.
He's been a double amputee for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, quadriplegic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Can't
didn't
move a
like
muscle.
you gave up your season tickets because you were
Yeah,
protesting.
I wasn't fucking paying.
I don't
Yeah.
hate. I don't have a problem.
I got the season tickets originally as a thank you because I thought they were doing it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, like, you don't need to get season tickets there. You could fucking walk up to the ticket office and sit wherever you want.
Yeah.
You know, it was a thank you to the White Sox, and then the getting rid of them was a middle finger to the White Sox.
All right, let's move it along. Burns, while you're here, stay here.
Yeah.
Move to Bears. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Well, actually, one more note on the Cubs. Matt Boyd tore his meniscus sitting down to play with his kids.
This kid,
Yeah.
I know that it's like casual talk, but I just never understand how athletes in general, you have every meal provided for you, you have every ounce of training put for you. How does that happen?
Meniscus is like,
I know,
happen
but it
just
just
taking a
sounds
step.
so weird,
I
you
know.
know? It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, you could go downstairs and just
Yeah.
hit the last stair wrong or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
you're-
that's it.
I mean, Sammy Sosa threw out his back sneezing.
Sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sale like broke his foot in spring training getting out of his truck.
Wasn't it Jeff Kent who like fell off of his truck or something like that? He was washing his truck and had like a major
Something,
injury.
yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that fucking sucks.
Was that his right or left?
I didn't.
Because that you don't want to tear anything obviously in your knee, but if it's his plant leg, that might mean he'll be out a little longer. But if it's just his drive leg, I would think
Left
that,
meniscus.
So he's a
He's
lefty,
a lefty,
so
yes.
that's his drive leg. I think he'll probably be throwing bullpens again in 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, you could hire.
He'll be
You
all
could, you
right.
could heal
Yeah.
pretty quick from those.
From meniscus, yeah.
But still sucks. Like we need him,
Totally.
especially with all the injuries we've had. Burns, we talked a little bit about this last week.
Sure.
To get into some Bears talk.
Yeah.
Logan Jones wearing number 54.
So there was actually some tea about this, and a couple people getting really fired up, as there was a rumor going around that Urlacher gave him the blessing to wear 54.
Urlacher said it himself.
But that's not the case, because Urlacher's wife went around commenting on a bunch of Instagram posts saying that is not true and that never happened.
I thought I saw Urlacher said that George McCaskey called him.
I think
Asking for his-
I think it might not be real. I don't
Okay,
think,
maybe I got deep
is-
then. Did you see that?
I saw that as well, but
because his wife commented on a post saying this never happened. This is not
Yeah.
real.
No, he didn't ask permission. Fake news.
Yeah.
did you
Okay.
see Urlacher's comment on Instagram is real though,
He's
right?
saying that's AI.
Oh, the Urlacher was?
I have no idea about an Urlacher comment. I saw the comment from his wife.
Urlacher comment. Bears don't need to ask permission. They own the number. George called me and informed me, which I appreciated and was happy Logan will be repping it.
Are we sure that that's real?
I don't. Who knows
Who
anymore?
is-
I fucking hate AI, dude.
This is where we're at.
I mean, it very well could be real.
All right, general feelings about someone wearing 54 again.
We need to establish a Ring of Honor
Yeah.
system immediately. That number, like, here's the thing, is that the Bears are fucked in this case where we have every
million.
number retired.
Yeah, 1 million retired numbers.
But I would be fine with him wearing 54 if there's a little patch on the jersey throwing something to Brian Urlacher, you know? Like, it's that simple. That's
I
what
don't
you
think
have to do.
in the end, who even gives a shit? It's a fucking number.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I guess, like, I'm glad it's not a linebacker wearing 54.
Yeah, people were like, I would have rather this guy be on defense. I disagree.
I disagree with
That's
that, too.
all I will see is Brian Urlacher for season.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're allowing people to wear 54, just open up all the numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like
that is
to your
that's a
point,
good
creator.
case.
yeah,
Ravana.
because like
Yeah.
I've heard of Bronco Nagurski. I know the name. He played in the fucking 30s, right? George McAfee.
His story is really cool. How he went to go and fight in World War III. I mean World War II. Jeez.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's
can't-
same with George McAfee.
You
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't open up 34.
That if you want to have one, but like George McAfee,
yeah,
who was a
you're right.
punt returner
Yeah.
in the 40s, okay? Willie Gallimore, I don't know who that is.
The
I was gonna say Willie
untouchables
Galt.
have to be Butkus, Peyton, Hallis, no matter what, and Ditka. And Ditka's in there too.
What's he? 83.
Yeah, I'd say Sayers too.
Yeah, you can
I'd
chuck
say
Sayers in there.
Sayers
Yeah.
should be in there.
Bill Hewitt, number
But
56.
are you just saying that because Urlacher's still like alive and we watched him play?
What did I say?
That there's the untouchables. And,
No, I said that 54. It's not. Listen, it's not retired, so obviously he can't wear it. It shouldn't be as big of a deal as it is. But all I'll ever think about is Brian Urlacher.
yeah, I think we'll get
like
used to it quick. It'll just be white noise. I don't know.
I don't know. This is
It's weird for football. It'd be different if it was like someone who was wearing number 2 on the Yankees, I think.
yeah, and I remember
There's so much turnover.
I can't even think of the guy's name right now, but the Blackhawks traded for him at the deadline, and his whole career, he had worn number 10. Patrick Sharp was still in the league. He was playing for, I think he was playing for Dallas, or maybe he had just retired. I don't know. But they're like, you can't wear 10, it's 55. Now, they still haven't retired that number, but nobody's worn it since
But the respect was there where they're like, no.
from the organization. So it's one of,
different though. There's a 53-man roster. You only have 99 numbers you can use. Oh, well, you can use 0, I guess, but you have
Yeah.
so you have 100 numbers to use.
I don't know. I don't know if Bill George and Bill Hewitt.
Bill George is like one
Clyde
of the founding members of the NFL.
Clyde, Bill George?
Bill George, I'm
1952
I
to 65.
but like the Super Bowl era NFL. He's like a architect.
I'm just saying, like,
Fucking Dave Williams.
I also saw
Yeah,
that
but
the
like
number-
these
I
are
played in the Bill George Youth Football League. That's why I knew that.
but this is my point. Like Brian Urlacher is a bigger deal than those guys, and these numbers are untouchable.
Brian Urlacher is the bear of a generation for
Correct.
a lot of
Yeah,
us.
correct.
Like, he is like he's
Yes.
ours.
my childhood
Yes.
bear. That's who
Yeah.
I remember. That's my
Exactly.
number one guy.
He's a gold jacket. Like,
Yeah.
but listen, unfortunately, if he's not retired, he's eligible. Like that's
He is.
You know,
I did also see something that the number might be temporary, just depending on roster cuts and everything. Like eventually he might change
It
it.
changes every
but-
year. Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I just think that you need the Ring of Honor system to make it so much easier.
yeah. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Maybe they're waiting for
'Cause
a new stadium where they could build a Bears Hall of Fame.
Maybe
That's,
You know,
that's
perhaps.
honestly probably what.
they probably will do that.
Yeah.
They're going to need people to go there outside of football season.
yeah.
Yeah, because we talked a little bit about Hester. I don't really feel that way about 23 because to me,
No.
Michael owns 23
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's hot, whatever it is.
Right.
Michael Jordan
yes.
owns number 23.
100%, but also he was the greatest of all time at his position. Like I feel like you have to retire that. I feel like he was the-
Urlacher or MJ
Hester.
Hester.
or Hester.
He
I
was the
don't know.
greatest of all time at his position.
He was. You're right.
He was.
And now the game's gone.
I
Now the
don't
game's
think you
gone.
should retire any numbers in the NFL. I don't
know
think you
about
should.
that.
There's
I don't know. There's like the Cowboys number 88 for a receiver is like a badge of honor. Where
Yes.
They've had CeeDee Lamb, Michael Irvin,
Yeah.
Pearson. Like
Right.
it's like a one great hands it down to the next thing.
mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So if they wanted to do something like that, like if let's alternate universe, right? They had re-signed Roquan, and they're like, we're gonna make you 54.
That's so cool.
That'd be cool.
That's cool,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like I don't know. There's different ways to handle it. Like I'm way more cool with the idea of Roquan being a Bear his whole life and switching from, what was he 58 here?
Yeah.
To 54, than being like, here's our rookie second round center wearing it.
That's
You know,
But he's going to be all clogged up in the offensive line where you won't even notice it, I don't think.
probably
Like,
true. Yeah,
Linebackers, you're in the open field and everything. You're going to see it a lot.
yeah.
If he gets a lot of holding penalties, though, I don't think
oh
Brian's,
God.
I don't think Brian's going to be
Yeah.
happy sitting on the couch.
That's what
in
I
Arizona.
will say that. that does come with like a certain standard you have to perform.
No, he has to.
Yeah.
He has to perform, or he
Yeah.
is going to hear it almost
Yes,
immediately.
I don't
that's
disagree
why
with
if I
that.
were him, I wouldn't even fucking want the
I don't
number.
disagree with that.
It's something else to fire him up. It could be at the end of the day too.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Other Bears stuff we got scheduled this week.
I know. I'm so fucking excited.
Are you guys? We
need
already
to
have
know it.
week 1 basically confirmed that we're gonna be in Seattle on opening night.
Yeah, that's a Thursday, right? Or Wednesday?
Wednesday night
night.
in
The Wednesday this
Seattle.
year?
I hate it.
Thursday is the Australia game. Friday is.
Oh my god.
It's in.
It's too much.
The NFL
Still.
is nuts.
No, it's not too much. You're telling me that you're not gonna love that first week where you have an NFL game
Yeah.
every night? It's gonna be
But, like,
fucking awesome.
I don't want an NFL game on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I think
Wednesday,
Monday-
Thursday, Friday. College football Saturday.
No,
Sunday, Monday.
Week 1, it's like a second bye week almost. So you play your first game, then you have 10 days off before your next game.
I don't like having any off days. I love having a Bears game every week. I hate bye weeks.
But like I
fuck,
don't
just the Bears
mind the first game of the year being a Wednesday. Is my point. If you're going Wednesday,
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's the first
if
game
it
of
were
the
in the
year.
middle of the year, then
then
I would
it's
hate
a
it.
different story.
Yeah.
I do mind playing that Seattle defense on opening night.
That sucks.
That's what I.
But we took one of their better defenders from them.
We did, true.
What kind of shuffling around did they have to do?
They're gonna be a little fat and happy still.
Yeah,
They will be.
You know.
Super Bowl slump.
Exactly.
But also week 1, what wins ball games? It's a better defense, man. That's what win ball games
Yeah.
in week 1.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I
you're
hate.
right.
But this is also week.
I don't
20
think we
for
need to
Caleb
worry about
and
yeah
Brian Johnson.
Yeah,
Listen, that's gonna be a tough game regardless.
Oh,
going
right.
to Seattle. Don't
Yeah.
matter if it's on a Wednesday, week 1 or
Yeah.
I do.
Week
That's
7.
a devil's advocate. I like just getting it done out of the way. If we lose week 1, that's okay. Now you have 10 days off. And there was a rumor. I mean, there's rumors everywhere about the schedule. Buffalo week 2, Sunday Night Football, opening the new stadium.
bro, that's a tough way to start.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we also do know this. The Bears, the NFL is licking their chops now that they could advertise the Bears.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
We're going to be in
Yeah.
prime time.
Every fucking week. And
Yeah.
it sucks. I hate that.
Oh, I love the noon games. I
I-
love the noon games.
Yeah.
Noon football games. You get all your chores done on Sunday morning, walk the dogs, have the coffee,
Roll up here.
roll up here. It's such a great tradition. I hate
It
primetime
is.
games.
And also, if you're going to the game, there's something different about driving into that parking lot at 8 in the morning versus
Get
showing
used
up
to
at
it.
10.
Get used to it though.
Yeah.
I know.
There's
It's gonna be
like it's gonna
prime
get.
time.
They love.
These are champagne problems.
Yeah, we would have like 5 on like years where we're like decent.
Yeah.
Like now that we're like good, we're gonna have like. I wouldn't be shocked if we have like 7.
And it's like a different
Yeah.
kind of good where like you have a star quarterback. Like
Yeah.
when the Bears were decent and or good in the past, it was like, yeah, it's Urlacher.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like you have the premier position, a guy who's cool, like that,
God damn, is he
people want
awesome.
to watch.
And I say like standalone. Standalone is fucking prime time, just for the record.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's
I hate people that-
325,
yes.
if it's 325, Fox is America's game of the week.
Well, not even that. I'm saying like people didn't count the Black Friday game as prime time. It's like,
yeah.
no,
Oh,
that's
that
fucking
is.
prime time.
Yeah.
Like that is the only
Yeah.
game going on.
100%. I did a little prediction for fun. I think both of the Packers games are going to be primetime games 100% after last year.
Probably.
I think the biggest lock at home for a primetime game is against the Patriots in Chicago. Drake
Yeah.
May, Caleb Williams, first game against each other. And I chucked Philly a bone. Wouldn't be shocked if we play in Detroit on Thanksgiving either. In Detroit, Thanksgiving, and then
To see that.
maybe Buffalo on the road. Seahawks, we already have that confirmed. And then the second Packers game on the road.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I hate that we always got to wait for fucking a scheduled day. They had to wait to announce the schedule announcing.
I don't
That's how the fuckers are.
The NFL is the king.
I know.
They're the
don't-
king.
Man.
I don't get all amped up, especially this year with baseball being as fun as it has been for the first month. I've never really gotten amped up for the schedule release.
Oh, I do.
You know
Yes.
who you're playing. It's just when do you play?
Yeah, but I
I'd
like
still-
to see
I
like,
like
oh,
to see-
here's
gotta
a tough
find-
stretch. And
I don't
here's the
like-
bye week.
I'm not like chomping at the bit to get the schedule. I'm like, once it's out, it's like, oh, here
It's like
it is.
it's a nice Easter egg.
There's
Yeah.
two accounts on Twitter that are reliable, and they will have the full schedule out. They'll have like half the schedule out by tomorrow night. That's what I love following. Is I have notifications turned on for them for 2 days, and you'll just be like, breaking news: Commanders Bills Week 7, and everybody
Yeah.
goes crazy over it. But it's fun. It's fun. It's filling out a puzzle.
Yeah, it is. All right. Before we wrap up, obviously we didn't even get to the Blackhawks falling to 4. So, be honest, dude. Don't Don't give me the
Don't
fucking.
do that thing that he does, right, Ed?
Well, no,
I don't
no.
even know what I'm talking about.
Don't give
do
me
that thing.
the rose-colored glasses because I keep seeing it places and I keep seeing it said as wishful thinking. Is that Stenberg falling to 4?
But it's like I posted that because it like logically makes sense.
But I've seen it other places too.
Both of the draft guys with the Athletic said it. Craig Button, who's a TSN former general manager analyst, said it. There's been a bunch of people playing it out that way, and the reason that makes sense is because Canada, the Leafs, like they're probably taking McKenna. Like there's just pressure to take the Canadian kid, Canadian market. He's been like he had the generational label. I would be surprised if they don't take McKenna. It all kind of comes down to San Jose. San Jose, their GM is Mike Greer. He made a comment being like, we're taking best player available. That means Stenberg. You know, I suppose it could mean Malhotra, but if you look at like the way their roster is built and their pipeline coming, they have to have a defenseman. They have to get a defenseman. And so if they go best player available, like God bless. But like there's Chase Reed, there's 4 defensemen. There's 4 defensemen that are going in like the top 7 picks. They should, like, if you're building out a roster, they should take a defenseman. And like Chase Reed would be fucking perfect for them. And then Malhotra is the number 1 center in the draft. Vancouver needs centers. Manny Malhotra, if you guys remember from playing like NHL 2K or something, his dad played in the NHL for a long time. He is their Abbotsford, their minor league team's head coach. So there's like a family tie there. He's been flying up draft boards. So logically it makes sense. It's like, all right, McKenna goes to the Canadian team. The Sharks get their kind of franchise type defenseman. The Canucks get the center that they want to build around. And then Stenberg's there at 4. I think that could very well happen. If the Sharks do take Stenberg, then it's like, I don't know. Because I do think Malhotra is like, when you talk to people with the Hawks and other teams, they're like, everybody just seems to be like, Malhotra's going 3rd. Like, no one's even considering anyone else for that spot.
Now, is there a scenario here where obviously the Sharks need defense? Blackhawks are pretty flush with defensive talent, right?
They are, but it's like,
is there a guy we can give them and swap picks?
I don't think Korchinski is the name that would make sense. I don't know if he moves the needle enough because that's like the only guy. You don't want to give up Levshinov. You just took 2nd overall. You don't want to give up Rinzel just to move up 2 spots. Like it's one of those things where it's like if you're trading, I don't think they can do that. I think I just maybe like never say never. But I don't think they have enough unless, maybe they give Korchinski 4, and then the Blackhawks have, 34th overall, like maybe 38 and 45. So they have 3 picks in the top half of the 2nd round. Could you give them, maybe 2 of those, Korchinski and 4, to move up 1 spot? Maybe.
Would you do that for Stenberg?
I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Hawks have such a deep prospect pool already.
Yeah.
And they have 3 first-round picks next year. So, my ideal is that Stenberg just slips. You take all those prospects and picks that I was talking about. You send them to Ottawa for Brady. And then Roman Kantsarov, who has just terminated his contract in Russia, he'll be coming over. So, in your top 6, which has been a problem outside of Bedard, you add Brady, Stenberg, and Kantsarov. You have, that's half of your top 6 to go with Frondel and Bedard, who are already there.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're like, oh, all of a sudden, that's a pretty good fucking top 6. So that might be a pipe dream at this point. No one knows what's going on with Toronto with Austin Matthews and Matthew Nyes. No one knows what's going on with Brady. If those guys really are serious about getting out, there seems like there's a lot of smoke there. Then maybe something crazy happens. But I think, a great day would be Stenberg sliding to 4. And I do think, it's possible if San Jose is willing to do that kind of a thing where it's like, hey, we'll give you a couple of 2s and Korchinski and 4 to move up. Just make sure you get your guy.
You're in.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
That might even be considered an overpay, but it's just they need the D. And they the Hawks prospect pool is deeper than theirs. They're ahead of the Hawks in this rebuild. They just had a much better year. but it's thinner, and they don't have like most of their guys that they've drafted that they're counting on already are there. Where the Hawks still have like waves of people and more picks coming. So it's like, could you give them an opportunity to like add more depth to their system with a couple of high second round picks, and then they get their defenseman that they really need at 4, because they'll have their pick of whoever they like the best at 4 still too.
Okay.
So I would do it. I don't know if you'll need to. I don't know if the Sharks are open to that. They might just be like, we think Stenberg's the second best guy. We're taking the second best guy.
Yeah.
And just so, and that at that point, it's like maybe you trade the 4th overall pick for an established veteran. Maybe you just take a defenseman. And I think like there's no bad options, but it's I want Stenberg so bad. I was just watching highlights on YouTube today. Like he's really good.
Yeah.
He's really fucking good.
I saw it a few places. It wasn't just you. And that's
Yeah.
why I was like, is this really possible? So
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it, and it makes logical sense if you look at the Sharks, and it's like if the Sharks, and it's like if you're sitting in that spot, it's like you don't really draft for need at number 2 typically. You know, like you kind of do just go best player available, and that's where it all falls apart.
yeah, I mean,
But it's like they need one so badly, and like I'm sure there are years where Chase Reed would be considered the number 1 player in the draft. Like this year he's just not. And you just don't typically see wingers go 1-2 in the draft. It's always centers and defensemen because they're inherently more valuable. So to go 1-2 wings would be like I can't remember a time where that's happened.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's going to be fingers crossed that Stenberg is there, because he will be. I would be shocked if he doesn't make the team out of camp.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, make it happen.
Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
I got one last question. How hot was the coffee you spilled on yourself today?
Oh, it wasn't.
I was going to say, what happened?
Yeah.
I can't even like describe my last 72 hours. I can't do anything right. I'm tripping. I'm tripping on the sidewalk. I'm like, I'll be trying to throw something in the trash, miss. I was I was cleaning off the like the countertops next to the sink, knocked a whole roll of paper towels, so like those are done.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying the list is like in the 20s of like fuck up little things, and then I thought I was over it, and then this morning I was trying to like adjust the lid as I was walking to the car.
Nope.
Right
do
down.
that.
The viewers can't see it because it's blocked by your laptop, but
That was
that's just
intentional.
Absolutely horrendous coffee stain on his beautiful
Yeah.
Barstool Chicago hoodie.
Those are a bitch to get out too. Coffee stains like an asshole.
This is gonna probably transition just being my chili sweatshirt.
That's
Yeah.
tough, too. That's a great... I
know.
get asked about that sweatshirt more than...
I saw
know.
one at the gym this morning.
There's-
I've
yeah.
seen that sweatshirt everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, this was a popular giveaway.
That was an old gambling giveaway.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been it's the whole weekend. I've just been
tough run.
fucking up.
Thoughts
left
and
right.
prayers.
Yeah. Hopefully I can pull through.
All right, then. That's it. Burns, thanks.
Yes, thank
Schedule
you, guys.
release Thursday. We'll be here to
I
talk
hope
about
you,
it next
learned
week.
something about how.
I did. I learned something
Okay.
today. I did. I learned something today.
Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.